I'm feeling good, man. You know, the West is on top right now. You feel me?
Out the gate, out the gate. That's how you feel it. Out the
Hey,
gate, Crook. Out the gate.
out the gate. You
Out
feel
the
me?
gate. All right, so let's go here. How listen? In my opinion, you're probably one of the most smartest hip hop dudes I ever met in terms of your love for hip hop, right? Because I
Thank
feel
you.
a lot of people that do what you do, I know you love this shit. You eat this shit. Like that shit is in your veins. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
absolutely.
So, not from an MC standpoint, to still a fan of the sports standpoint, right?
Yeah.
A West Coast legend like yourself, how do you feel about the ending of all this? Let's go ahead first. Is it over in your opinion, Clark? Is it over?
Yeah, it's over, bro. To me, it's over. Like I know a lot of Drake fans want to keep it going because they're in disbelief, you know, and I get it because I'm a big Nas fan. But when Jay was doing his thing, I was like, yo, I kind of feel like Jay is the one right now. So when Ether came, it was hard for me to accept that he just got knocked off like that. I was like, nah. Y'all go see later on, y'all go see Takeover is the better song. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
was saying all the stuff that Drake fans are saying right now.
So you understand?
I already know. It's over.
It's over. It's over, right? When did you know it was over?
I knew it was over when I heard Meet the Grams.
Okay, let's go here first. Okay, so Drake drops Family Matters first, right?
Hmm.
Because I gotta set it up here. What was your initial reaction when you heard Family Matters?
I thought it was dope.
Okay.
And, you know, but I didn't think it was an exceptional Drake record.
Okay.
I felt it was dope, and I felt like he was doing his thing on there,
Mhm,
and I felt he took it up a notch
mhm.
above his usual on those type of beats. Because when
Okay.
Drake get on those kind of beats right there,
Up tempo, you talking up tempo, right?
up tempo,
Okay,
when he get
right,
on those kind of beats,
right.
we usually know what to expect. He took it up a notch on Family Matters,
Mhm.
and I was like, yo, this shit is dope. And I
Okay.
was like, but I don't think it's gonna be enough because I still don't hear the MC in you coming out as much as I hear it coming out in Euphoria.
Okay.
You feel me? I hear
Okay.
the MC coming out in Euphoria. I don't hear the MC coming out of you, Drake, as much on Family Matters.
Okay.
And um, when I heard Meet the Grams, because it was strategically dropped.
Jesus Christ. Remember, listen, have we ever seen this before in hip hop history where a nigga drops a diss track an hour later? Kendrick, he negated, I feel like he negated everything on Family Matters. As good as, and I feel like the consensus is everyone likes Family Matters, it feels like, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but I just feel like Meet the Grams just suplex that shit.
Suplex.
So,
Suplex. Soon as it came out. And that's the difference of having a battle in this digital era.
right,
We could drop whenever now. We
right.
don't gotta wait.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Mhm.
And I think it was a smart chess move because it did take the air out of Family Matters, and it also created another conversation because of what was in the song, the shit he
Mhm.
was saying.
They
And
are
that's an
Adonis, like,
Alchemist beat.
and the Alchemist be on time. You know, I love Alchemist. Shout out to the West Coast. I love Alchemist.
Hey,
One
my
of my
nigga,
favorite
listen.
producers.
I'ma just be real with you, dog,
All
because
right.
nobody's gonna be talking how me and you gonna talk about this.
Absolutely.
They not. I'ma
Absolutely. That's
just be
right.
real.
All right.
And when it's time to battle,
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be very hard for a club beat to fuck with an Alchemist beat in an MC battle.
Mm. Wow.
Now, now, there is a time for a club beat though, because after Not Like Us, Drake should have took it back up tempo.
Okay, okay.
energy was
All right, let's take our time. Let's take our time. Let's take our time. So on Meet the Grams, right? Here's where it's my favorite Kendrick diss track. I know Not Like Us is the biggest diss track. We'll get into that in a minute. But Crook, when I'm listening to that shit, I'm like, that my face is like this. So I can only grade it on my facial expression. I can only grade it on rewinding the song. I can only go by playing it back to back to back, where I'm up for hours like, yo, what the fuck am I listening to? And I couldn't wait to review it. That's how much I loved it. So
Yeah.
that's how I grade. And listen, first verse talking to his son and the stuff he's saying. They're talking to his moms and pops and then alleged daughter. And then the last verse talking to Aubrey's soul. It was just well crafted, in my opinion.
Well, that was a stark difference between Kendrick Lamar and Drake.
Right.
Kendrick Lamar is an MC about his craft, his art, and he's gonna come from angles that Drake and his whole camp of, hit makers, they not even thinking about that angle.
Right.
You feel me? Meet the Grams will go down in history as one of the most brilliant moves in a battle because of the timing and the concept of the record. We never heard that kind of record in a battle rap.
No, never, Crook, never.
We never heard that.
Let me be your mentor since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let a man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. What?
Yo, that comes from knowing a person. Even if we don't believe everything in any of the songs, these dudes know each other. If I'm walking through the mall and three niggas press me,
right,
and I'm with a certain person,
right,
I know whether I'm in this fight by myself or not.
Of course.
I know if I'm with the homie JC, we swinging. I know if I'm with somebody else that I might have to fight three niggas by myself because it ain't in their nature. So lines like he's talking about comes from his perception of Drake. You don't let nobody piss on your leg. Like for me, I don't know Drake. I don't know to come with that angle. I don't know to come with that angle because I don't know him.
Yeah, the T.I. It was a T.I. situation, I believe, that T.I. situation, and that's why that.
Yeah, I know about that.
Right,
I know about the thing, but
right.
I don't know that this man needs a mentor. I've been hanging around this man, and he's hanging around some street dudes in this industry, and he's the top guy. He could really use some mentorship. That's a thought that gets formed, but from knowing somebody, and hanging around somebody.
Crook, the man said, always remember you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. For whatever reason, I love that line. For whatever reason, I fucking love that line. But Crook, you know what I like the most though? He put out there that, hey, LeBron and Steph Curry, keep those guys away from your family. Yo, I'm like, yo, like I don't know if you understand him saying that.
Yeah, that's so deep because, and I'm not putting nothing on Drake. Like I said, I don't know Drake. You feel me? I'm not putting nothing, but when Cat Williams comes on, the Shannon Sharp shit, and he exposes all this information, none of it is shocking to me, 3. So, when you see these artists who go away for a couple years and stay out of the mix, a lot of times it's a reason they staying out the mix. A lot of times they know things, they've seen things, and they don't want to bring their family around things. You feel me? So that was another thing. So even if all the information is false about Drake, he's still framing him as this guy.
Yeah, man.
And he makes you that he's creating a case, and you can't just say he innocent in your mind because it's like he's giving you reasonable doubt. Like, I don't know if this dude might really be down with the funny business, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he's driving that point. He's driving that point home.
I see Maul from Roy and Maul. He didn't like the fact that Kendrick, and Maul is my guy too, but he liked the fact that Kendrick is putting those kind of accusations and saying that, okay, when is enough enough? Like when you taking it there? That's what we doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like putting that on my name, you know what I'm saying, to make the world think that about me. How low can you go? How do you feel about how far to take it? You're probably the wrong person to ask wherever you're from, but how far is enough? Like how far do you take it? Like, you know what
You
I mean?
said to take to a serious accusation like that.
Yeah,
How far?
right. Like, is it like, oh, I was a little ouchy right there? Like,
Well, the thing about it is,
or was it wartime? Like,
you know, I'm
nobody,
outside. Y'all hear the, you know what I'm saying?
good.
That might be the ghetto bird looking for that body. You feel me?
Yeah,
Looking for that body, but
right.
hey, but nah, I think so. Supposedly he wasn't going to release that song, from what I'm hearing, unless Drake took it personal with him. Okay, now I'm gonna go personal with you. Um, I don't know. Me personally, I think you got to be prepared for everything. I don't think there's nothing on the table. Everything is on the table as far as, once you get into a rap beef with somebody, you got to be prepared for everything. You got to be prepared for it to come off of wax.
Wow.
You got to be prepared for that too.
That's real right
I'll
there.
never go into no situation of conflict with any rapper in the world, even if it's just a difference of opinion on wax, and
Right.
not think that this could come off the record and end up in the streets.
Mm.
So you got to be prepared for everything, and that's the reason why you do your due diligence on how do I respond to this, because there is a Geneva code. What is it? The Geneva Convention, the war
Mm.
codes, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like there's a code of war.
Mm.
That's the reason why a country can become a war criminal if they break those laws of war. There are laws of war. So once you break those laws of war in a rap beat, everything, the gloves come off. The gloves come off. Once you break those unwritten rules, it could be talking about my kids. It could be you slandering a wife. It could be fuck your mama. Your mama is this. It could just, as soon as you go into that realm, you have thrown all the codes and rules and guidelines of war out the window. And now you got to deal with whatever comes your way. You got to.
Crook, the man said, the skin that you're living in is compromising persona. Can't channel your masculine ever when you're standing next to a woman. You're a body shamer. You gonna hide the baby mamas, ain't you? You embarrassed, they ain't right. Then he goes into, then he starts talking about what you lied about. You lied about your religion. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent. When he tapped into all that, I'm like, all right, Doc, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to figure, like, when they push the button to drop me the grams, and like, yo, that's what you got? Family Matters? Okay, we're not letting this shit breathe at all.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And I mean, when I heard Family Matters, that's the one where he come in singing first, right?
I bet that's when he came in singing first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't fucking with that.
yeah.
This ain't the time for that.
Right.
You feel me? And his fans need to hear this, because
Mm.
his fans don't understand why real motherfuckers who've been loving this culture from day one are saying Kendrick won. They don't get it.
Kendrick won, man. We're not doing
They
that,
don't
man.
get it.
Clear, you want that clear, man. We're not doing that.
They need to understand. Your man came in singing. This ain't the time for that. You know what I'm saying? Go for his jugular. Go for his jugular, dog. I'm not trying to have a cool ass song that can stream.
Crook, let me tell you why I feel before we tap into this more. Why I feel that one, right? Meet the Grams, but they're not even that though, Doc. I mean, Crook, not like us, man. I did not see this coming to be. Can I call it a summer anthem? Can I
Yeah,
call this that what Drake did to Meek Mill? We're back
yeah,
to back, where
yeah,
he had at every facility, every
yeah,
arena now. TikTok videos, social media going crazy with the shit. Memes, Crook.
yeah.
Look how I come around though.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, this is a West Coast victory lap. R.I.P. Nip. This is a West Coast victory lap as an East Coast person, as a hip hop lover who's looking through the lens of hip hop. This is a W for the West Coast, and Not Like Us song.
Yes, a big W, because it's bringing people together, bro.
It's regional. It's regional. It's not regional though, because everyone is rocking with it. It belongs to y'all, but we all love it.
Man, the Pacers came out to it and won.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, but so real talk, real talk. Real talk.
Yes, sir.
As soon as I heard it, I tweeted, "Y'all don't see what's going on here."
Okay.
I knew
not like us, right, Cook? Not like us.
Not like us.
Okay, go ahead. My bad. I got to continue. I want to make sure.
I knew. I saw a kid. I saw some young kids from the streets that don't give a fuck about no beefing. These is members. You feel me? They don't care about no rap beef. They in the trenches. They hadn't made mention to this rap beef one time on they timeline. Right. Not one time on they social medias. These guys are young. They in the trenches. They in the streets. They involved with all type of activities. They don't care about none of that shit. Not Like Us drop. They up in motherfucking TikTok videos, C walking and B walking to it, bro. That's when I knew it's a wrap, because this man has activated the trenches of California.
So young trenches. You knew it was gonna take off, right?
I knew it was gonna take off.
The K-Dot had one.
I knew they had one.
Okay.
Because the tempo, the sound. See, a lot of people all over the world don't know that the young people is moving to that tempo over here.
Is it a hyphy kind of feel? Can I say? Oh no. Is it a hyphy kind of feel?
It's not hyphy.
Okay.
It's like you got Draco, the ruler, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you got a ton of rappers. Too many to name that they aren't nationally known. But they move into shit like Not Like Us. They already moving on that level. So when I heard it, I was like, oh, he about to talk to them in this battle. He done already talked to us on Meet the Grams. He done talked to these other guys on Euphoria. He about to talk to these people now? Okay. It's a wrap, because these people are the ones who do the challenges. They the ones who just dominate social media. You feel me? So it's crazy.
Think about this. He says certified lover boy. No, certified pedophiles. And that's on the anthem of a song that's being played in arenas, and your name is attached to that.
It's the #1 record on Billboard in 5 days. The fastest to get there in the whole decade. That's the fastest rap record to get to #1 in a decade. And, and your name is attached to that pedophile word, like you said, in arenas. So let's talk about it. Is that good or bad? Not for Drake.
In the sense of what? In the sense of what? In the sense of what, Crook?
Is it good that that word is being thrown around in the mainstream? Will that make people start caring about these girls like self-admittedly Ruby Rose, who said, you know, she was 15, 16 going into the clubs as a minor. And it does
open up Pandora's box, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It does, right? It does start making certain individuals do the Michael Jackson man in the mirror.
Right.
You know what I mean? Dog, listen, it's one thing when Drake tells Meek Mill, this ain't your girl's tour, your world tour, but that's different compared to what K-Dot is saying on here. What he's saying on here, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what he said, what OVO for the other vaginal options? Freaky ass nigga, he is 6'9" God. Like, he's wilding.
Freaky ass nigga, he is 6'9" God.
He's wilding on here.
Yes, that's the thing. He's wilding on that fucking song, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "You think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? I think Oakland show gonna be your last stop, nigga." So now, if you're Drake, do you think about, hey, I don't know if I'm going to Oakland. They might not take liking to me right now. You know what I'm
You should
saying?
have thought about that when you use AI Pac though. And this is where cultural relevancy, that's the thing. These fans don't understand that we love this shit.
Right.
And we love it to the point where we're going to respect the culture at all times. So
Mhm.
we're going to be like, man, is that respectful to the culture to use Tupac voice? I don't care. Like, see, a lot of these fans, that was so disrespectful. You supposed to be brutal. Hey, hold on, homie. Nothing is bigger than the program, homie. Nothing is bigger than culture of hip hop, homie. If you an MC, a DJ, a b-boy, graph artist, nothing is bigger than the culture.
Right.
I don't care how many millions of records you sold. I don't care how many millions of hits you produced. Nothing is bigger than the culture, homie. Ain't nothing bigger than the program. Drake is not bigger than the program, homie. He's not bigger than the culture. So somebody in that team should have said, hold up, man. I don't know if you want to make this Tupac voice dissing another person from the West Coast. And Tupac clearly has ties to the West Coast. I don't know if that's a good person for you to be choosing for this AI voice. One. Two, rapping like you're trying to free the slaves. I don't know if you want to say that. You're a Canadian black
Oh, he
person.
said that on Family Matters, right? That was on Family Matters. I believe he said that.
Yeah.
Right. So how you feel about that? Because a lot of people did not like that. You know what I mean?
Listen, man. If I was around in that camp,
Right.
in the OVO camp, I'd have said,
Right.
Drake, man, I don't know if you want to say that, homie.
Let me quote the line for the people that don't know. Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You just acting like an activist. Just make believe.
Yeah. So
I never looked
always
at Chuck
rapping
D
like
like
you
that.
got to get the
I never
slaves
looked at Chuck D
free.
like that. I never looked at Chuck D like that. I never looked at Ice Cube like that. I never looked at X Clan like that. I didn't look at those brothers who rap. You know what I mean? When the West Coast All Star Gang and Self Destruction Movement, I didn't look at niggas like, you know what I mean, activists. I looked at whatever. That's just me though. You know what I mean?
But that's the whole thing, though. Three, it's like there's a lot of tone deafness going on in his camp, and I would have been like, "Yo, listen, bro. Not only is that a disrespectful thing, because you gotta understand, you from Canada, so you know what I mean. You speaking on the Black American struggle. So you really, I know your father, where your father's from, but you are speaking on the Black American struggle, and in this specific case, you're an outsider, homie. You're an outsider in this case, and you saying that like that's a bad thing. First of all, rapping like you trying to free the slaves, like that's a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
Second of all, this is your second insensitive line about slaves, homie. You said something else about slaves and whips in another song, and I'll get back to you on that. But I remember that he said something, and people was like likening it to the Lil Wayne Emmett Till line. You feel me? So, I mean, we all can say insensitive lines.
Right.
You know, some insensitive lines. We all can do it. They could probably go look in my discography and find some insensitive shit too.
Right.
You feel me? But right now, your character is on trial right now. Kendrick Lamar is putting your character on trial. Kendrick Lamar is putting your real authenticity on trial. Are you of the culture for real? That's what's on trial right now. Are you just putting on a costume to come down here and rap to black people and make white people think you cool? Or are you really hip hop? Are you really the culture? Are you really what you about? So somebody should have told him, you are messing up, brother, by saying rapping like you're trying to free the slave. Don't do that, because he's already putting your culture card. He's putting a question mark on your culture card. And you see on Not Like Us, Kendrick said he doubled down on the slave talk. You feel me? Because even Kendrick knows Kendrick is really of the culture. He knows that ain't cool.
Because listen, Kendrick said on Meet the Grams, take that mask off. I want to see what's under them achievements. I thought that line was kind of, when I heard him say that, I'm listening, Crook. I'm jotting down lyrics on my paper, what niggas is saying. And when he said, I'm like, yo, that shit stood out to me.
That's a stinger. See, that's the thing that they don't get. Like, a lot of people, they think that everything got to be a punchline.
It could be one-liners.
He said, take the mask off. I want to see what's under those achievements.
Yo.
Whoa.
I felt that shit, Crook. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt that. I felt that, man. I felt
Yeah,
that.
it's a master class, man. And I know a lot of people think that I'm a Drake hater,
Right.
and I'm not. Because when I met Drake for the first time,
Uh,
I told him straight to his face. I said, Drake, you a killer.
mm,
And I said, I don't give that title out. But I listened to your mixtapes, I listened to your this, I listened to your that. This is before the Meek Mill beef and all that. This is before that. I listened to it. I heard some stories about Drake being in Dre's studio writing some shit. You know, his pen moving, not nobody else's pen,
right.
Drake's pen.
Mm,
I said, Drake, I've been listening to your shit, bro. You a killer, man.
right.
Keep that shit going. You
Well,
know
let
what
me
I
ask you
mean?
this, because the first song that set off everything, right? Well, for him anyway, was the push-up song, right? Did you like the push-up song?
Yeah, I did. I like push-ups.
Because remember he had push-ups and Taylor made back to back.
Yeah.
So we're like, yo, Kendrick, you're on the clock. How did you feel about that when he did push-ups and Taylor made 2 songs and we didn't hear nothing from Dot yet? Were you concerned a little bit?
When I heard push-ups, I was like, we got a battle.
Okay.
This
Right.
song is dope.
Yeah.
I'm like, this song is dope. We got a battle. And then when I heard Taylor made, I was like, oh, this nigga just fucked his own self up. You
But
know what I'm saying?
you didn't like Drake's verse? I actually like his verse when he rapped. I liked his verse though.
Yeah, it was cool, but it was like, first, Tupac is one of my favorite all-time rappers.
Right.
So it's very hard for me to listen to his voice in that cadence that Drake was using.
Mm.
Let's put aside the fact that it was disrespectful.
Right.
The cadence made me feel like, oh, you don't listen to Tupac, do you?
Crook, let me ask you, I gotta push back. Let me ask you a question. Did you disregard what Drake said because you were so pissed off at the AI Snoop and Pac that you just tuned out?
I kind of tuned out because I was like, but I listened to it.
Okay, okay.
I did listen.
All right.
And I was just like, I feel like anybody in the culture is going. I feel like I could give a Pac fan that never made a record in his life a beat and a Tupac AI voice, and he gonna sound more like Pac with his cadence and how he spit than he did on that. Drake is a songwriter.
Okay.
That really made me feel like, yo, what's going on? You butchering Pac flow, then using Snoop, and I was like, a lot of people said, oh, that's clever, but my whole thought was, did an AI company pay you? Did somebody pay you? Is somebody paying you to make AI cool for the next generation? You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
ask you this. Or could it be? Oh, I gotta be Drake's lawyer for 1 second, right? I want to be fair. Now, do you feel that could have been like, okay, we're about to have all these back and forths, right? It's
Yeah.
only so much I can say, right? So let me just try to throw the creative aspect of it because the battle rappers, right? I spoke to John Don an hour ago before he came on. He likes Taylor Made because of the creative aspect of it.
Right.
He's not from the West Coast, so it might not hit him home.
But guess what though? Guess what though? Three.
All right.
This is what they don't understand. Sorry to cut you off. This is
No,
what
you
they don't
good.
understand.
You good.
It's kind of like this back and forth I seen between Joe Budden and Bizarre one time on Twitter.
All right.
I knew Joe was cooked when he said, I'll come to Detroit and beat your ass. See, the whole thing is you got to keep shit between you and that person. Because when you start mentioning people's hoods and cities, now you're going to get their whole city on you. You feel me?
I see
So you got to keep it. Your target is your man.
Okay.
And that's just it.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
So when he used Pac and Snoop, he invited the West Coast scrutiny.
Okay.
He invited that shit
That's what you're saying.
to the table.
Okay.
Now you got a coast feeling disrespected. They can't wait till the next Kendrick Lamar drop comes so they could push it even harder than they was gonna push it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Keep it between your man.
I see what you're saying, Crook. Okay. So let me ask you this: when you're Euphoria, because I feel like Euphoria Do you think Euphoria gets its proper due? Do you feel like Euphoria? All right, where do you rank Euphoria in your ranking of the dot disc?
Okay, before I answer that, let me tell all the Joe Budden fans, I'm not
Yeah, that's not a
shitting on
shot.
Joe. Y'all leave.
That's not a shot.
Hey, listen, that's not what that was. That's just the first thing that popped in my head
Right.
as an analogy. It
Right.
could have been anybody, but you know what I mean? I don't want to see y'all tweeting me and
Nah, we
talking
take
about
that.
none of that bullshit because it don't mean nothing. Right now, him and Academics and DJ Head and 3, y'all put on the best show in rap media covering this incident. You know what I'm saying? And that includes Joe. And I don't know about OVO Mall yet. I gotta think about it. But
Maul be wild. Yo, Maul, I love you, my nigga, but yo, my nigga.
hey, no, Maul is my nigga, man. I love
Maul. That's my guy. Yo, Maul been on my show. Maul's my guy. Like, you my guy?
Yeah.
Maul's my guy.
Yeah, Maul's my guy.
But Maul,
yeah,
just because you my guy, you was wilding, fam. You was wilding. Wilding. Like, I'm passionate about hip hop, cooking too, but my nigga.
Man, that was gold. I said, I'm like, is Drake an investor in they shit? Like, what's going on? It's always something, man. But
I said Maul was wilding.
Yo, Maul is my I love Maul.
I love Maul. That's my guy. I rock with Maul, man. That's my guy.
Yo, listen, it's certain people that you like to see win. That's, you know what I mean? He one of them. I love to see him win.
That's my dude, man.
But I haven't really thought about that, man. Euphoria. I liked Euphoria. I still like Euphoria.
Before you came on the show, right? Before you came on the show, I did my due diligence this morning where I listed all the diss tracks from how it started down the trickle. So I got a feel from it, man. Yo, I can make the argument, man. This song really set off a lot of shit. I know the Future song. You can say Future, Metro Boomin, the big.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, because once he said that line, that kind of opened up
everything,
a lot of stuff, right? But I feel like Euphoria because Drake did 2 songs before Dot popped out back again and shit. And Euphoria was like,
yeah.
Euphoria, I could make the argument Euphoria is better than Push-Ups and Taylor Made. For me, it is.
Yeah, yeah. Because
this one joint is better than 2 of his joints.
Yo, bro, and listen, I don't got him winning no rounds, and I know the politically correct thing to do is to say, you know, this was good, that was good, this and go back and forth. Me personally, my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm not gonna allow politics to change my opinion. Me personally, I don't have him winning no round because to me, like you said, Euphoria. When he said, "We don't want to hear you say nigga no more,"
oh man,
I'm like, dog. I don't think Drake understand what he's going up against, and I think it was Elliott Wilson who said he didn't take him all the way serious, and he tried to little bro him too much. You know, he's saying Drake was trying to little bro Kendrick too much and not taking him seriously, and I think that could have been one of the things because, bro, again. Your character and your culture authenticity is on trial right now. This ain't about who got the most money, the most women, about, you know, and I did like lines on those songs that Drake dropped. Don't get me wrong. I honestly liked some of those lines that he dropped, but I just thought it wasn't enough.
Well, I mean, because on Taylor Made, right? He has said, I like this line. He said, "How are you not in the booth? It feels like you kind of removed. You trying to let that shit die down. Not this time, nigga. You following through." So he followed through though, Drake. Hey, Drake, the brother didn't follow through. Respect.
He gave you everything you asked for.
Yeah, he gave
on all those songs.
You know what I'm saying? But I like that line from Drake though. But
yeah,
you know,
I like the line where on Family Matters when he say, SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down.
Yes.
I thought that was some cool shit. Like that was some real boss talk. Like, nigga, they got you wiped down right now. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with that. Like, I know that there's punchlines and clever stuff like that, but to me, people don't know. I listen to shit with a different ear 3 because half of the fucking punchlines that people say, I've already said some variation of that punchline in my career.
Your career, right?
So it don't just make me go, wow, he said this. It's
right.
like, dog, I said that in 99. So I listened to the other nuances, man. Like the parts where I felt like Drake was a real nigga. The parts where I said, oh yeah, I could sit down and chill with Drake.
Well, you know what's funny though? I feel like in Euphoria, Dot was trying to antagonize him. Even in flow patterns, I'm listening to, like when he's like, what is it, the bridge? I hurt your feelings? You don't want to rock with me more? Okay. Like there's certain things he's saying, it's like he's making fun, it's like he's clowning him in just the tone in a way. I'm listening to him and shit. You know what I mean? And oh man. What is that? Let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way you dress, I hate the way you sneak this. When he went into that, I'm like, yo. Like, so that's why I say I got when Drake has push-ups and Taylor Made. Dot drops Euphoria, and it's like I got Euphoria over that. Now, I think one of the most slept on diss tracks on here, right? Is 616 LA.
Yeah, that's the most slept on.
I felt like Dot was playing a lot of divide and conquer. I felt like Dot was trying to tell Drake, my man, you might want to look at the niggas in your circle, brother. You might want to look at your squad. You know what I mean? You got some snakes up under you, my guy. Like he planted those seeds, my nigga. Like he planted, even the beat. I love that. Like it gave me like an Al Green kind of vibe and shit. Like an old
like
soul, exactly. And you know what's funny?
I'm trying to prove you don't got no soul.
Also, what I like from both of them is they both took titles of their songs and freaked it, right? Kendrick 616 and Drake Heart Part 6. But I thought 616 LA, when you go back and listen to it, because now Dot has a back-to-back song. He just gave Euphoria now, then he came back with 616. So I'm like, well, damn, Dot, you back-to-back with it now? But when I listen to it again, it's a lot of dope-ass lyrics on here.
Think about it, though. Euphoria was the warning.
Right.
Because of the TV show that Drake was a part of that had those accusations. He supposed to look at that and say, oh, he about to start talking about. That's what he about to start talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then that 616, you know, Father's Day and Pac's birthday, and it was it was like, yo, listen, bro. He letting the world decode it. He haven't said one thing. He just dropped music. Kendrick, and let the world decode all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just like Drake enjoys being the top artist, doing another deal for $500 million, you know, he got to see, you know, just like me. Anytime I get something good happening, some haters come out. You know what I'm saying? Or some kind of little. They call it equivalency exchange, but I don't like to even believe in that. But things happen. You're not gonna have always rosy. It ain't gonna be rosy all the way for you at all times at the top of the game. You're gonna have some challenges, some obstacles, and you know, you just re-up for $500 million, and then here come this Compton MC showing you that art and culture of hip hop is still stronger than the machine. It don't matter how much money they give you. It don't matter how many hits you got. Whoever is a part of the culture the most is gonna win, bro. An MC is at the top. Yo, I like the idea. A lot of people didn't like the idea of Kendrick being the king of hip hop, so-called for his generation. I love the idea because I like it when motherfuckers who know how to rap is at the top of the game. I love that. I love when MCs are at the top of the game. What do they expect? Did they expect that somebody like Drake was existing in 2 or 3 worlds, Afro beats, pop music, and hip hop, and he was juggling that shit and he wasn't missing? But they expected somebody living in those 3 worlds to be able to decapitate an MC? You You living in too many worlds.
Let me ask you this: do you feel what Kendrick did at his execution to Drake is what the streets wanted Meek Mill to do to Drake?
Yes.
Mm.
That's what the streets wanted. Let's talk about it, dog. Let's talk about it. When I go, back to the old neighborhood, they not playing Drake. The chicks are. The niggas done been to jail. They done robbed banks. They done sold dope. They done been in shootouts. They not playing that.
Did I play that? No,
And
not.
I'm just saying mine. I'm
Right,
not
right,
saying
right,
all
right,
over the
right,
world.
right.
But I'm just saying, so when they'll give Meek Mill would be like a young homie to them. And they'll listen to that first. Because he talking trenches talk. You feel me? They'll listen to that. So yeah, they probably was like, yo, we want this to happen. And Drake did his job. And I feel like that's what gave people the big Drake fans the confidence that he'll be able to do that again with Kendrick. But Kendrick and Meek are two different kind of artists.
Absolutely.
Kendrick is thriving off of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's thriving off of. His albums, if you play the song back to forward, forward to back, they mean things. Like it's the creativity that you up against, Drake. You're not up against flossing, stunting. You're not up against that. You up against a creative artist who loves the craft and is a true MC. And I'm not saying that you don't love it and you're not no true MC. I'm just saying this is what you up against. Recognize your enemy.
Oh, Crook. I lose Crook. Hold on. You good, Crook?
Yeah.
Okay, you go. Yeah. I feel like people like, all right. Did you hear what Styles P said the other day? Did you see that clip going around Twitter?
What'd you say?
Did you see that clip of Styles P?
No, I didn't. What'd he say?
About Drake? I feel like Styles is saying that because Drake, he don't put Drake as an elite MC because of ghostwriting allegations.
Right.
And he doesn't put him up there as a elite MC.
Right.
How you guys feel like guys like yourself, Joel?
Listen, let's take Drake off of the table.
All right.
Any rapper that got a lot of ghostwriters will never be in my conversation of who the greatest MC is.
All right.
It will never be. Now they're pushing the narrative. They want that to become the new wave. I see what they're doing. I see what they're doing, but everything old is not bad. We got to keep some things traditional.
Right. Yeah.
We can evolve. We can adapt. We can change. The young folks will go crazy, painting their picture however they want to paint it. But don't come around here saying that somebody who got a bunch of ghostwriters is an elite MC. Now, like I said, I had personal people tell me that I trust,
right,
that they was in a session with Drake in LA, and he was penning some crazy shit. His pen.
Right.
But once you get to a certain level, you become a product. It's no longer about that. Like they feel like they're above that now.
Right.
We're above who's who, who's writing for who. We're a hit factory. That's all we are. If we gotta have 20 people in the room like Barry Gordy did in the Motown days, that's what we doing.
Shout out Barry Gordy.
You feel me? But me, no, you gotta write your own shit.
Right.
And no, don't get lost in them ghostwriters, because when it's time for you to react to a record 5 minutes later after it dropped, and your ghostwriter ain't picking up, it's only you in there in that booth.
Wow. He said on the 616 joint, 100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty, and one of them is actually next to you, and two of them is practically tired of your lifestyle. He was just like playing divide and conquer, like okay, who around me right now is some bullshit, like playing with his mind, like a mental Jedi mind tricks. I felt with the bars on 616, man.
Bro, he like Muhammad Ali in there telling fools, you know what I'm saying? In the middle of the fight, you tired, you can't beat me. You know what I'm saying? He in his head. He's doing the art of war on every level. It was strategic from A to Z. He put on a strategy clinic. He put on his.
He had a blueprint though. He had a blueprint, man.
He had a blueprint.
He had a blueprint.
Because why? He took it very seriously. He took it seriously.
All right, so Family Matter drops after that. We talked about that. We talked about Meet the Grams. We tapped into Not Like Us, obviously, right now. After Not Like Us, right, and the way that took off, right? Because man, I really feel that song really. So you know what? Meet the Grams and then dropping Not Like Us. To me, were back-to-back haymakers. Back-to-back haymakers.
Yes.
Because not only do you give one where it's touching the masses, Not Like Us, but then you tap into verses or Meet the Grams, you got to sit down and be like, yo. So those two joints for me, Crook, as a hip hop fan, were knockout blows.
Yes. So I felt like if Drake was gonna get up, he was gonna have to drop something phenomenal. You feel me? And when I heard what Drake dropped, I was like, nah, this ain't it. See, Kendrick was there representing the culture. I hate to say it, but that's what he, in his mind,
right.
He was there to represent the culture.
Right.
You had the audience was the judges in the black robes. You had Drake on one side, and then you had Kendrick on the other side, and Kendrick was representing the culture.
Right.
Even by breaking down that history lesson on Not Like Us about Atlanta.
Right.
That's one of the foundations of hip hop knowledge.
Right. Absolutely.
He's giving out knowledge now, and in the middle of a diss record, and that was an angle to come back after what Drake said. So he didn't just go in the booth and say, "Yo, rapping like a slave, rapping like I'm trying to free the slave. What's wrong with you for saying that?" No. He came up with a whole angle for that line because he knew that Drake's cultural currency was had a question mark on it, and he knew, okay, this is what I'm talking about. That line right there.
Right.
That's why I'm saying that he ain't fully about the culture, because he said that line. Now I'm gonna show you this angle and give you a history lesson on it, and I'm gonna keep divide and conquer because I'm gonna make Atlanta look at you funny.
Oh my God, man. So we're in agreement that this is Song of the Summer, right? Not Like Us, right?
Right now it is. It's the Song of the Summer right now.
There's no way Drake saw that half coming, man. There's no way he thought leaving this battle that Kendrick would leave here with a W and Song of the Summer and increase of sales that I saw online. That the increase of I got my notes here, bro. I'm like, yo.
You already knowing. The sales have increased. The sales have increased. And they saying that's the Drake effect. No, listen. Do you think Drake is somewhere happy about this? No. He tried to destroy that man. He didn't want that man's sales increasing. He didn't want that man to have a #1 hit. He didn't want 4 of the fucking diss songs to be in the top 10 on Apple charts.
It's crazy. Especially the subject matter.
Yo, dog, that's an ugly subject matter.
That's an ugly subject attached to your name, and you got to hear that in arenas.
That's ugly.
So do you call?
Leave that man alone.
You call the Raptors next year and tell them, "Hey, Toronto, y'all know not to even play that kind of shit up in here."
Yeah, that DJ getting fired
on the spot.
On the spot. Because don't think Drake ain't got no juice now.
Absolutely, he got the juice. Or some Tupac shit. He got the juice.
He got the juice. He gonna get you fired, man.
He got the juice. Absolutely, man.
You go home, baby.
Absolutely. So on the Hard Part 6, though, right? I love the beat a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the beat, right? But do you look at that? Some people like he was waving a white towel.
Yeah, because at the end, what he was saying, this was good. This was good. This was, this kept me a little sharp. Go ahead and drop all your songs. You know what I'm saying? He was saying, I'm done. He was saying, I'm done. They don't want to hear that because Meek Mill voice, Drake, get up. That's the fans. They want to see their man come back, and they don't want to hear that. Dog, when I was young and I first started getting like all these beautiful women, I never had a problem getting a woman in my life,
Right.
whether I was broke or whatever.
Right.
But the level of women, it changes. The amount when you start getting money.
Absolutely. I can imagine, Crooks. I can imagine.
So when I was young, I was delusional. I thought it was me. It's the cars, it's the jewelry, it's the money. Drake fans are somewhat delusional right now. I used to think they was talking to dudes and just look out the corner of my eye. I think they talking to somebody, getting jealous and all that. I'm seeing things. They don't want to admit defeat. They don't want to admit that was a white towel on that song. They don't want to admit they went and found all these tweets and said that Kendrick got it off the tweets. And then somebody went and found a bunch of tweets that said Drake got it off the tweet. They trying to keep the conversation going. I wasn't even going to talk about this no more. That's how much over it is. Vlad hit me up. I said, Vlad, I did Gangster Chronicles. I said everything I'm going to say about it.
I appreciate rocking with me, Crook.
But yeah, you already know. Three hit me. Now we on our same wave.
Absolutely.
But they really are, bro. And I've been there. I've been there with some of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been there. When LL, nigga, I was a Kumo D fan. That nigga was putting words together.
I was the LL dude.
I was the LL fan too, though. I was a big LL fan, but I was a Kumo D fan, so I wanted to see a photo finish. I didn't want to see Jack the Ripper just. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I remember how that felt. Like, damn, he fucked him off. This is how it is in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Yeah. Listen, after Ether, Jay-Z became an even bigger billionaire mogul. You know, he went on to do great things. Drake can do the same. Ain't no killing people's careers all the way off unless charges start floating around.
Right. No, yeah. Because he said something about they're gonna invade the embassy. Some line Kendrick said. Like if that shit, see, I'm paying attention. When you say lines like that, and then if that transpires after you say a line like that,
yeah,
it's like. But then on the flip side, though, what do you say to people like Maul say, okay, you're throwing these accusations out there, right? But nothing's come out about that, right? Why is the culture, quote unquote, co-signing those kind of lyrics when no one's ever spoke about that about him already?
Because there's a big story online saying that he liked them young.
Right. And
that's been going on for years.
Right. And the girl is 17, the young girl came on stage. I heard about that. Yeah, right.
In the court of public opinion, it could be true. Kendrick don't need it to be facts. He just needs people to think it could be. That's all he need.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he like, yo, let me present this case. And he presented it. And you know, Ma, when he's speaking on that, I didn't see the whole episode. Is he also speaking on the accusation that Kendrick's man Dave Free is the father? They didn't ask Drake to prove that.
That's a fact, though. No one talk. I didn't see nobody talk about that part, though. You just said though. Yeah, Drake talked about this man Dave Free, but he didn't. No one's ever saying, okay, on the flip side, why are you,
nobody's making him prove that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. You're not going to change a diehard Drake fan's opinion. You're not going to change a diehard Kendrick fan's opinion. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about this passionately because we about hip hop. But at the end of the day, it don't pay me or your bills.
No.
You feel me? So for everybody who think that we just so hard saying that Kendrick won and we so invested, cut it out, man. We having fun talking about this shit.
That's it.
Just like y'all are.
Absolutely. Now, let me go back to Hot Pot 6 right quick. Do you feel... I see people have double edged sword about this. They feel they're on the fence about this, right? About him responding to what Kendrick says, that him responding makes him look bad. And the other spectrum is they glad he did respond to what Kendrick was saying about that.
Yeah, that's the thing. It felt like because he came straight on social media like, I don't have an 11-year-old daughter.
Right.
Like you already, he got you explaining yourself. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do it
Right.
because it's starting to mess up your bargaining power with the public.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even start explaining yourself because
Mm.
now we know you listen to the record pretty fast.
But
And we
so are you saying you should have stopped at Family Matters?
no, he should have came with something different to me, man. Like the Heart series for Kendrick is a very poetic series.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to tackle that and use that man's series,
Right.
then you need to come in some poetics, my nigga. You need to rap how you rap when you on No Ceilings with Wayne. Like, like somebody in your camp need to holler at you, bro. And you need to stop allowing people's opinions to enable bad decisions. All you looking at your fans and they rooting you on, and you getting an illusion that you're winning,
Mm.
and it's all a facade.
Mm.
Because my G, this man is rapping. He's got words and layers and metaphors and all this type of shit flying everywhere, and he's throwing haymakers. Your corner is lying to you.
Mm.
Your corner is lying to you. So I just think that this is a teachable moment for all the big artists in the world to keep the right kind of quit kicking these people out of your circle because they say something that you don't like.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they do, dog. You telling somebody, hey man, I think you could do better than that.
Mm.
Next thing you know, you pull up to the studio and the security like, nah, you can't come in. This is what's happening, bro, around the whole rap industry.
Wow.
This is what's happening. And y'all keep kicking out all these people so y'all can have a room full of yes men. And when
Mm.
it's time to have a battle, you don't have a war council because nobody in there is gonna keep it real with you because they so afraid of losing their position. They not gonna keep it real with you.
That is so real, man. Wow. Now, let me ask you this because on the Drake had a song called Light Up, right? With Jay-Z, right?
Right.
And Jay-Z said, Drake, here's how they're gonna come at you with silly rap feuds trying to distract you in disguise in form of a favor. Watch for the traitor. He said that, but then again, he shit on Jay-Z after that. But that's a different story for a whole different day. Right?
Chasing Yaku out the cave.
Right. So, do you feel that people giving Drake? Do you think people wanted Kendrick to win this battle?
At first, it didn't feel like that because I even spoke on it and the Art of Dialogue posted it. Because I was seeing people, I was watching academics. He definitely was on Drake's side. I was seeing, different rap media people, and it felt like they was rooting for Drake. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And that's what made me come out because there was a lot of resistance to Euphoria at first.
It was. It was. It was.
And
I felt
and
that. I did feel that.
and that's what made me come out like, hold on, he cooking on Euphoria, stop it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like when the tide shifted
Mm.
and it was starting to become obvious that Kendrick's moves and strategy that he was winning, and even academics was like he got Kendrick up right now, then it started to feel like everybody had turned on Drake actually. You know what I'm saying? But that's what a battle's supposed to do.
Listen, we saw 50 Cent. We saw people turn on Ja Rule, but
Like
50
that.
saw that
Like people forget these things. I don't know how they forget it.
they just turned on Ja so quick.
Man, they was just in the club fucking around with the Ja
Listen, you
Rule
make the
music.
argument that Eminem, Ludacris, Nelly, all these niggas, Ja was up there in 2001, 2002 with Jay-Z.
Yeah,
He wasn't my cup of tea heavy like that, but in
yeah.
terms of out there, Ja was out there. Like, you can't
Bro,
front on Ja.
he made a song that was actually dope, but 50 had already turned the world against him that people didn't pay attention to clap back. We gonna clap back.
I
We
love
gonna
clapback.
clap
I
back.
like clapback.
A lot of people was like, not it was over.
Yup. Yup.
And that's what I see here. It's like it's over. I feel like Drake needs to go back into the lab, focus on how he's going to control his own narrative when he does return and drop music.
Okay.
I don't feel like he should keep this up. And another thing is to
What
walk
you mean?
away.
What you mean? Keep this up? What you mean? I'm sorry.
Keep the battle up. I don't think he should keep
Leave
the
it
battle
alone.
up.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
All right.
Go away for a little while. Come back with some dope shit. You know what I'm saying?
Was this good for Drake though?
Yeah.
Was this battle good for him?
No, I don't think so.
Not even not in the sense of we're hearing him rap more.
I think it was good for him in the sense of people who had no respect for him as a lead artist holding the championship belt. He did not. He gave everybody a shot at the title. He didn't. It ain't too many. He went at Common.
Yes, he did.
Meek.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pusher.
Right.
You feel me? And
right.
now we got Kendrick. Like I gotta salute him for getting in the ring with them.
Right. Me too. I salute him for that. Definitely.
I salute him for that.
I salute Drake for that. Absolutely.
You feel me? So, yeah, I think that part is good for him. His legacy is like he didn't back down. Look, you run the fade, you're not gonna always win. But we gonna respect the loser who's fought back more than the person who ran.
Okay.
Long as you get out there, you try, you're gonna gain everybody respect on the block. But
it didn't force him to, it forced Drake to keep it rap and just stick on lyrical rhymes and making witty bars and stay away from the melodies and harmonic shit, which I have no problem with, right? But just sticking for battle rap mode and being battle rap tested to stay in that mode. Because now I feel he can make an album right now. If I'm Drake, I don't know how you feel. I will make an album when I'm just rapping now. Capitalize on it.
I would too, because that's gonna make his fans say, see, he is better than Kendrick. They need something to be proud of right now. Let's just keep it funky. You know what I'm saying? So that could be it. I mean, I think it was good for the sport. I'm mad that some incidents happened at his house.
Yeah, that was whack. That was whack.
That's whack. You feel me? Like,
what do you say to people that say, "Oh, you guys want lyrical warfare," but then when it gets to the guns, it's too much? I see people saying that. What do you say about that?
Yeah, dog. We grew up in ciphers. We grew up battle rapping. We grew up watching people battle back and forth. It's a sport. After Mike Tyson fight somebody or whoever, they gonna sit in the middle of the ring like civilized human beings, and one arm gonna raise, and nobody ain't gonna go to nobody's house and shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a sport. We enjoy the sport of it.
Right.
Everybody who wants to mention, the when it comes off of wax, they the people that want the sport to die anyway. And I'll be questioning, because D1 is my guy. I love D1. But my question for him is, what do you want hip hop to sound like? You want everybody to rap the same?
I saw D1's post. I know you're talking about. I saw that.
Yeah, like, what do you want this? Hip hop is great because it's so versatile. Right. You got some people rapping like Tribe. You got some people rapping like Cube. You got some, you know what I mean? Like, this is the versatility. Everybody ain't living the same lifestyle my brother D1 is living. Some people go straight from the trenches to the microphone booth.
Absolutely. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. What about Questlove? He got Questlove got dragged. They dragged Questlove. The culture dragged.
I think Questlove needs to sit down and think about.
Yeah, Quest, you gotta chill, my nigga.
Are you insulting everybody who pushes this hip hop shit?
Right.
Who has dedicated their life to this hip hop shit? Are you insulting them when you say it's dead, all because of what happened in mainstream rap music?
Quest, come on, my nigga, relax.
Come on, my nigga.
My nigga, relax.
Come on, bro.
Fucking out, Questlove. You wild the fuck out.
Yeah, bro. Like Rhapsody just dropped a beautiful album for women who rap. And for the culture, period.
Right.
She dropped a beautiful album that was a love song written for hip hop and the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know she bleed this shit.
Mm-hmm.
To say it's dead
Right.
is doing a disservice to people like her, doing a disservice to the dude that's making beats right now in his house, doing a disservice to everybody that's keeping this shit alive. So hell no, Quest. Hell no, bruh. You're not rocking with that.
You're not rocking with that, Quest.
Even legends could be wrong.
For real. All right. So with everything that we've seen through this whole beef, right? Now, was J. Cole right for man down, stand down, not want to get involved in all this? Did he know what we didn't know, and then all this happened, and he knew what was gonna happen? He's like, "Yo, I'm staying the fuck out of this." Was Cole right for this? What he did?
I think only he can answer that, man.
That's true.
Because if he was really trying to align with the best version of himself, and this shit was throwing him off, you know what I mean? Because sometimes when you're on that mission to try to be the better you, conflict will throw that off, throw your energy off. And then you can't put your all into the conflict because that ain't where you want to be. So you come in half-hearted. Then, yeah, he was smart. You know what I'm saying? How's he going to feel on his next album about all the songs where, you know, the braggadocious MC songs? We might not be able to believe those anymore.
Asterix? I put Asterix name to dope MC, greatest rapper. I'm the shit, nigga. Like,
he's in a position, man. But I salute him too, because he said, "Hey, man, I'm out of here."
Now, what if Cole drops a song, right, where he's talking about why he left, but he puts it in rhyme form and goes in depth about how he feels about this whole situation? Does he win? Does he win?
You got a crystal ball. You got a crystal ball. You just told the future. That's what's about to happen.
Hey, Cole, go ahead, man.
That's his best angle.
For
Cole,
real, right?
if somebody send you this clip, 3 just gave you the best angle in your fucking life. Use it.
Use it, Cole. Use it, my nigga. Please use it, brother. Use it. All right. This is the ultimate question I asked. I'm saving this question for last. Is this the greatest back and forth in hip hop history?
Yes.
The floor is yours. So I want to hear this.
Because this generation has what the last generation didn't. Digital era, connected to the globe. When Not Like Us dropped, people in Japan was dancing to it. That couldn't really happen when No Vaseline dropped immediately. It would have to wait until it gets shipped over there. Somebody break down what's going on between NWA and Ice Cube.
Right.
We not gonna see it. It might have happened, but we not gonna see it. We seen things that we never saw before because technology has changed the landscape of hip hop.
Right.
So they have the ability to drop right after each other. Meet the Grams come right then. You know, if he had to wait until he dropped the album and then put Meet the Grams on it, Family Matters might have been platinum by then. It's an unfair playing field for them, man, because they have access to things that, you know, back in the day they didn't have. So yeah, and I don't like to talk numbers, but let's talk numbers real quick. Hey, Drake is the biggest. Drake is the biggest thing moving. He got hits like the Beatles.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar got a Pulitzer Prize.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get more art versus sales. You don't get you don't get bigger than that. So, and more records was flying around quicker. More records flew around
at a rapid pace. Yeah.
Like what battle would be bigger than this?
All right, so can 2 things be true? That this can be one of the biggest battles in hip hop history, but did it touch my soul like Jay Nas?
Right.
Did it touch my soul like the East Coast, West Coast beefs?
Right.
Did it touch my soul like D Block and the Locks? I don't know. When I heard Easy do Real Motherfucking G's, I don't know. Dre Day.
Yeah, it didn't touch your soul. But are those battles bigger?
Yeah. Sorry, say it again.
Are those battles bigger though?
So, all right, are we saying that the bigger battles are over are just automatically gives you the ranking of the best diss tracks of all, the best battle of all time? Are we saying that? Or is that what you're alluding
I
to?
say it's the biggest. I say it's the biggest battle of all time.
Okay.
I don't know. Like if you ask me what's the best battle of all time, I got to think about that. But the biggest,
Right.
I feel like this was Ali and Foreman. I feel like these two guys. See, man, you know, I don't live in the past, but I visit the past often because
Right.
I love the culture. But I gotta admit, this battle gave us top 10 Billboard hits. I'm not like, you know I don't like to talk numbers and all that, but sometimes you have to because the numbers symbolize how many people are engaging in the battle. We can't just wipe away 1 million people
Right.
that bought this single
Mm-hmm.
because we just want to focus on whatever we want. No, that happened. So, and then lyrically, Kendrick, to me, entered the top 5 of all hip hop industry battles. Lyrically,
Okay.
what did he do that LL didn't do? What did he do? Like,
Wow.
he was rapping.
Mm.
He was rapping, bro. And so was Drake. Drake was rapping. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Time
All
will
right. All right.
tell.
All right. Do you put Kendrick diss tracks with Pox, hit him up, or against all odds on me? Against
No,
all odds, right?
I put Kendrick as in the top 5, top 10 of diss tracks that came from the West Coast, not including all the other diss tracks.
All right.
Diss tracks that came from the West, I got him up there in the
We hit
top
him
10.
up against all odds and all that. Grade A and all that.
Yeah. No Vaseline,
No Vaseline.
Against All Odds, Hit 'em Up, Dollars
NWA
and
dissing Cube.
Cents,
NWA dissing Cube.
NWA. You got to put Kendrick in there. You got
Okay.
to. And I have to
Game too.
because
Game also.
Game, you know, I mean, I never seen a diss track activate California like Not Like Us did. I've been here the whole time. I've never seen a diss track activate Cali like Not Like Us did. Never. Dog, I just at the store, they was bumping the shit out that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Doc's wilding right now. I did not see this. I did not know when I heard Not Like Us that the night I heard it, that it was gonna take off. The way I didn't see that. I gotta be honest.
Bro. Wop. Dot fuck him up. Wop. I'ma do my stuff.
Yeah,
Like that's soon as my nephew come or as soon as my son come visit me. My son is 19. As soon as he visit me, he gonna say, "Hey, Dad, I saw you on PSA, man. You was doing your stuff." That's what he gonna say, because that's the slang they use.
Right.
He was doing your stuff.
Right.
He's talking to them, man. He's talking to them.
Oh man.
And I love the message that he's giving. Outside of the pedophilia accusation,
Yes.
the history lesson, the style switching, the flow, the rhymes, he's teaching the next generation that numbers ain't everything. You could come out and be true to your craft,
right,
and still land a number 1.
All right, last question here. What did you learn about this battle?
What did I learn about this battle?
I learned there's a lot of horrible hot takes. But go ahead.
Yeah, it is a lot of horrible takes.
A lot of horrible hot takes.
I learned that the world is still paying attention to rap music. I learned when Farrakhan got up there and said what he said about, y'all got to go watch the clip. But I learned the world is still paying attention to rap music, and we still have the influence that we've always had, and we need to be mindful of that influence we got.
Mm.
You know what I mean? We got to be mindful of that because it's very powerful. Rap is the only music where you can express several ideas in one song, like a lot more ideas than you can express singing. You know, a song is 24 bars at best. A singing song, whether it's rock,
Right.
country, R&B, a rap song could be 80 bars. It could be 100 bars. It could be 300 bars. So you're expressing a lot more ideas in one sitting,
Mm-hmm.
and those ideas of power can be powerful and used to influence generations. So
Right.
we need to be mindful of that. And you know, I, I I'm happy that the culture was on trial.
Wow. Culture was on trial. Okay.
I'm happy about that, bro, because all too often we forget about the culture, man. You go in them big buildings, three, and all they talking about is numbers and sales and algorithms, and they not talking about the music no more.
Mm.
The music is the last thing they talk about.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's the last thing, and I'm not. That ain't even cap. That's the last thing they worried about is the music. As soon as I bring a new artist into a major record label, they gonna say, "Yo, how many subscribers? How many views? How many followers? How many?" They not gonna even listen to me push play. I can't even push play until they look at all the numbers.
Damn.
That's where we were heading. That's where we're at, and that's not culture. You know what I'm saying? So the culture was on trial, and I feel like the culture won.
Me too. I agree with that. The cliche, the culture one, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I gotta ask you this. Your take on Game and Rick Ross.
Uh, shit, man. I didn't listen to the game song. I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Did Game have a problem with Rick Ross like in the past?
Not that I know of. I just know I know he's cool with Kendrick. He rides with Drake, and I felt like he was just like coming on Drake's defense, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing. I don't want to fully say that, but he kind of landed shots, sneak shots, before he did the diss track, where he kind of like you kind of saw this coming. Basically, I saw it coming.
Right, right,
I know how Game is around. I watched Game his whole career, so
right.
I watched Chuck how he moved his career, and I know he's with the shits. I know he loved diss tracks. I know he had a lot of memorable diss tracks throughout his career. Right?
Yeah.
I think the diss track was okay. You know, it was alright. I can't say it was bad. It was earth shattering. It was alright. Now, do I want to see Game and Rick Ross go back and forth? Not really.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if Game would be Game if he didn't do that.
That's just Game. We know Game.
Game is always with the shit.
Always, always.
You know what I'm saying? So would he really be Game if he didn't do that?
I watched Game take on the whole G Unit by himself.
That's what I'm saying. Like he wouldn't even be himself if he didn't come in and do
Right.
that. You feel me? And one thing that's good about him is he always ready to rap.
That's what I like about Game. I give Game that. I would give Game that. That boy's on rap. My man, Game had diss tracks for like 14 minutes.
Yeah.
14 minutes. Rapping on like 7 beats.
Yeah, he always ready to rap. You
I
can't.
didn't like Ross's response. Respectfully, I didn't care response.
Because Ross is probably doing Art of War like
maybe
you're only strong as your enemies. He probably feel like I want to be mentioned with the top people, so I'll shoot at the top. You know, Game been chilling for a minute, so it's like he.
I don't think Ross beat Game in a lyrical warfare though. Respectfully,
that'll be. Yeah, Game is equipped.
Trolling. Yes, I give Ross that.
Yeah, but Game is equipped to go at anybody in the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he equipped to go at anybody in the game.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, this shit is crazy. I'm trying to figure out how we gonna get back to our regular time in hip hop. Like, how do we get past this And you know what I'm saying? I felt sorry for everybody dropping their music around this whole shit. I'm like, damn, man, ain't nobody really paying attention.
Conway
So
just dropped, and it's like, my man, Conway, I love you, my dude, but I don't know if it's a good time that you dropping your project right now. I think I don't know. Respectfully, and I love Conway, but I don't know if it's a good
yeah.
time. You know
Like
what I mean?
how do we get past this and get back to regular drops? That's what I want to know.
It was a very interesting 3.5 weeks. I would say that.
Oh
A
man.
very interesting 3.5 weeks.
Yo, cause Metro Boomin with that BBL Drizzy, that was a move.
There's so much highlights throughout this whole battle. A lot of highlights that you can just pinpoint between either camp. You know what I mean? So it's
I don't know
like,
how we get back, 3. We got to get back because I know me and Joel coming outside to play soon.
I think all the rappers like yourself, Joel, Ransom, a lot of y'all, I think it's a beautiful time for y'all. Right now. Right now.
Well,
When
there
y'all
we go.
rapping, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah, no doubt.
it was over Kendrick and Drake to do what they did. I'm gonna say it again. I got Kendrick winning this, man. Drake fans, I rock with Drake. Relax, all right. But we're gonna call down the middle. I thought after the last 2 joints, no mas. I'm sorry, man. Those
Yeah,
just makers, man.
I agree with you, and I'm on the same sentiment. You know, I know Drake fans hate me, but you know, um, like I said, bro, Drake makes good songs. There's some songs that I play from Drake. You know what I mean? I'm on one. I used to bump that shit in my car, my own personal time. I used to bump Stay Scheming. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
Spotlight in Toronto. I like all the 6
Yeah,
million in New
yeah,
York. I like all
his
that.
timestamp series.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And when him and Wayne rap together, that's always some special moment to me. So
Mm-hmm.
it ain't no Drake. It ain't no Drake hate. But I feel like Kendrick won this, and I feel like unfortunately Drake is a symbol of corporate music machine, the corporate music machine. That's how successful he is. He's a symbol of it, and Kendrick is more a symbol of the culture. And I feel like it was time for the culture to win one because the next generation is who I'm concerned about. And I don't want people thinking that they can't write songs in a creative manner and get attention because a lot of these young artists feel like if they not in a beef or shootout, going to jail, pulling out pistols on their Instagram, then
Yep.
they can't win. And a lot of women feel like if they not twerking every 4 bars, they can't win. So it's a good example to see somebody who's not doing none of that win.
Then JT and Sukiana gotta be. Then Sukiana just dropped a diss track. Or
Come
JT.
on, Suki, get a better beat. You need a way better beat, Suki. Come on now. I like Suki. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I like Suki. She be having me rolling sometimes. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I'm just saying. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like everybody beefing. But yeah, you know how we do it, man. This is hip
Absolutely,
hop.
Crook, man. Crook, man, I appreciate taking time to rock with me, brother. You broke this shit down very lovely. I can't wait to see people hear our conversation, brother.
Yes, sir, my brother. Thanks for the invite.
Always. Shout out
Hey
my brother
man,
Cookie
what's up
Live,
with your
man.
man? What's up with your man Watts, man?
What you mean?
Watson over there, man. He over there going hard for Drizzy, man.
That's his guy. You know what I mean? That's his guy. You know what I mean?
Woo!
I'm a Kendrick guy. Kendrick's my
Yeah,
guy.
Watson ain't playing, boy. He is
Listen,
not playing.
there's a lot of people riding for Drake, man. A lot
Yeah.
of people, bro. A lot of people, man. Are riding
Watson proved to me that a diehard hip hop fan could be rooting for Drake, not just casuals.
Hmm.
A diehard hip hop fan, hip hop and historian
Hmm.
can side with Drake. That's what he proved to me.
See, here's the thing. I rock with Kendrick more, right? But I'm objective enough to say there's songs I like from Drake, right? There's
Hell yeah.
certain lines throughout this whole battle that I like from Drake. I like Family Matters, right?
Yeah.
I like Push Up and all that.
I like push-ups.
I love the beat for Hard Part 6, right?
Yeah.
I like his flow and everything on Hard Part 6, flow and delivery.
Yeah.
Bars, you justifying what's going on, but at the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar was wild in my G. So, you know what I mean? I got Kendrick. The last 2, Crook, man. It's just too much.
Too much to withstand, bro.
It was too much. You know what I mean?
That's what's up, man. I appreciate the invite, bro.
Always, bro. We gonna do this more often, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, let's do it whenever. Martin.
Always. Shout out my
Peace
guy.
out.